Hi everyone, it's Samantha Jayne here from Blue Label Life, and I want to welcome you to tonight's webinar. Really excited to have you here, and thank you for your time. We'll be sharing some really exciting things over the course of tonight, and some of the great topics I'd love to share with you ultimately are the most amazing attraction secrets that are really going to help you get excellent results in your love life and bring more passion in your life, in your relationship, and make you feel really good about being you. So what we'll be covering this evening is we're going to talk at the topics of ultimately how to rejection-proof yourself, how to create chemistry by discovering how to enter a person's world. We're going to identify the 4 main personality types and how to communicate effectively, even if you're complete and total opposites. Now, I've heard that a lot. And I'll be sharing with you the secret to decoding communication styles and language patterns. Now, this is incredibly powerful, and I'll help you get the connection that you've been waiting for your whole life and show you how to grow a relationship stronger day by day, easily and effortlessly. So, we've got an hour together today, and by the end of the hour, I'm going to show you how and where you can get extra help. Now, is that okay? Do I get a yes? Yes. Hi. Hi, John. How are you? Great to say hi. Yeah, I'm getting lots of yeses. So thank you so much. Do feel free to send me messages along the way. So, okay, let's get to it. So, question. What if you could avoid that uncomfortable feeling of not knowing what to say on a date? What if you could avoid awkward silences and, worse still, trying to overcome your nervousness by talking too much? We've all been on dates where people tend to talk too much about themselves, or maybe you've been a little guilty of that yourself. It's okay. I'm going to show you how to get over that. Hi, Benjamin. Getting lots of highs again. Hi, Sally, Julie. What if you could bypass rejection, and instead put all that past you and fall in love again like you did as a teenager? What if you could forget your old ways and learn new ways to communicate easily and effortlessly with anyone, anytime, which could mean you could create flowing, charismatic, incredibly interesting conversations that ignite chemistry? What if you could be seen as fun and engaging to the people around you? Wouldn't that mean you'd have more choice and even be more attractive to your date? What if you could do all of this without thinking? So it became easily and effortless. Well, you can, and I'm going to show you how. So let me tell you about Steve. This is a really classic example of a client that I had. Steve was a successful doctor. He had his own medical practice. His business was thriving, and I mean thriving. It was going from strength to strength. He was in great shape. He had a great sense of style. He was well-traveled, had all the toys. He had close relationships with friendships. Life was good. He wanted, if he wanted something, he'd just go out and buy it. He had incredible professional success, even more than he ever imagined. But there was one thing missing, and that's why he came to me. Steve would come home after a day's work. He'd look out from his penthouse, designer home, breathtaking views. He could smell the freshness of the harbour, feel the sun beaming down on his skin as he looked over this amazing view. And he realised he had no one to share these special moments with, and he was really lonely. He was frustrated. He'd go on dates with women. He was very popular, and he could attract women easily, but he couldn't keep them. And unfortunately, his dating life was a mess. He barely got past the first few dates. You see, the women that he liked weren't attracted to him, and the women that he was attracted to weren't attracted to him. Does that make sense? The women he liked weren't attracted to him, and the women that were attracted to him, he wasn't interested in. So there was a huge disconnect. He had no idea what to do. So he was treating it as a numbers game. He was getting out and about, and before he knew it, he became really exhausted, completely detached, and just had no idea. He was over it. So he told me his story, and I really felt for him. I could see how confused he was, and it was so common. He was lonely. He'd thrown himself into work and completely forgot about his personal life. So I took him under my wing, and I knew he was ready for a positive change. So I worked very closely with Steve. He joined my intensive coaching program and worked with me one-on-one, and he also joined my monthly inner circle group sessions. And still, to this day, he attends monthly coaching, and his life has completely transformed. Long story short, he's engaged and he's looking to marry at the end of December. So, success story. I'm very happy to hear this. How this all happened? Well, I revealed this in my secret strategies working with him with my group and one-on-one sessions, and I'm going to share some of this with you. Now, we only have an hour, so make sure you've got your pen and paper handy, and we're ready to rock and roll. So, oh, I'm getting some lovely feedback. Oh, hi, Violetta. Dave, yes. All right, so my question is out there. I'd love to hear some feedback. What are you learning so far? I would really love it. I've got Kylie. She says, all work and no play is not good for a relationship. Absolutely. I have to agree there. Sophie, yeah, knowledge is power, and I want to learn about the attraction strategies. Yeah, the attraction strategies are incredibly powerful. Once you know how to implement these strategies in your dating and relationship life, things are smooth. Zoe, she wants to meet that doctor. He's all taken now, but we have plenty more out there. And Michael, yeah, wow, Steve sounds like me, only I haven't met the girl yet. Maybe Zoe and Michael, you guys should get together, I think. So love it. So thank you so much for your feedback along the way. It is an interactive webinar, so I'd love to hear from you. If you've got any questions, I may leave it to the end, but please shoot them through. All right, so we'll be moving quickly tonight, and I'm going to give you everything that I have in the next hour. So make sure, as I mentioned before, take notes, and if you're happy, I can give you a copy of the audio and my slides. So if that's going to be a benefit to you, please give me a yes so I know. Yeah. Okay, good. Getting lots of yeses. Thank you again. All right, so all right, just to make sure somebody reminds me at the end to forward them through. Okay, so one thing I love, one of my favorite quotes, the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So tonight we're talking about connection, how to be irresistible, and how to make rejection history. As humans, we do more to avoid pain than we do to feel pleasure. And that's what is the laundry list. So have a little think about it. Let me give you an example. Have you ever met anyone, or this could be you, or someone with a really big, long list, a laundry list of what their ideal partner is, what they should and what they shouldn't have. It's very specific: their eye color, hair color, location of living, income, height, personality, profession, how they pronounce their words, even the request of being bilingual. I've seen it all being a matchmaker. So what do you actually think is happening here? The list is getting longer and longer, and the opportunities are actually getting smaller, and their likelihood of meeting someone is significantly reduced. So in turn, as the list gets longer and longer each time, they stay single. And all of a sudden, the same individual is trying to find something wrong. They're fault finding. They start to focus on everything that they don't want rather than what they do want. And ultimately, what happens is they continue to get what they don't want, because they get stuck in pain and loneliness. So it's yeah, the big learning curve here is be careful not to control the situation. Keep the list. If you keep the list long, you think you're protecting yourself, but what you're actually doing is you're building huge walls around you, and you're protecting yourself really from love and connection. So my biggest tip here tonight is promise you will do this, is focus on what you want. Don't even worry about what you don't want. So focus on everything that you want. Do I have any thoughts? I'd love to hear some feedback. Oh, I'm getting a lovely smile. Hi, Daniel. Thank you. Yes. All right. Natalie, yes, I want love and a man to be my protector. Oh, that's very common, and that's really beautiful. So I find even the strongest, most successful women, they do want that protector. It's a part of Carl Jungian's masculine and feminine energies. It still does exist. So guys, even if a woman is incredibly strong, be stronger. Show her that you'll be her protector, because often that's a wall and she's trying to keep herself safe. And ladies, if you want to protect her, let him know. Men are not mind readers. They need to know what you want so they can give it to you. Simon, yeah, focus on what you want. He wants a best friend and to share my life with. Beautiful. I think that's amazing. Don't we all? Everyone wants that. Sandy, someone to share my next phase of life with and have a family with. That is huge. Yeah. The next chapter. Quite often I meet people who have spent so much time in their careers, and now it's time for the important things. And Rebecca, I want to let go of the past and let someone in. Trust is important to me. Yeah, sounds like there's been some hurt there. So again, focus on what you want. Jane, someone with similar values, someone that values family and quality time together. I'm seeing a lot of common theme here tonight, and it's just all about connection. So how do you become intensely irresistible and make rejection history? I bet you all want to know that. Yeah. All right. Let me just see. I think there's something going on with the slides. You have a screen sharing. Just 1 second. I don't know if you're able to see the slides. Not sure. Anyway, bear with me. Let me just say, I've just had a little bit of feedback. All right. Hopefully this works through. Excellent. All right. So let's talk about becoming irresistible. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I've just got another. I'd love to share with you. From Benjamin, I've learned from the past experience that focusing on the present is one of the main factors to keep a relationship. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Focusing on the present, it's very powerful, and it's something that it's really all we have, because the past is gone and the future really hasn't even begun. So the present is all about, gosh, it's a multi-million-dollar industry, isn't it? We think about all the self-help spas out there, not thinking too much about the past or planning the future. That's absolutely beautiful, and that's the biggest gift that you can have. So well done Benjamin. I'm really proud to hear that. It's very, very powerful. So a key learning is to focusing on the present. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being so interactive during this webinar. I'm absolutely loving it. Thank you. And everyone's learning a lot. I'm getting some great feedback. So, all right, back to being irresistible. There are top 3 things that make you irresistible. Are you ready? I'm going to share them with you. Step number 1, it's so simple. It's check your ego at the door. So why is it important to check your ego at the door? Your ego, or as I call it, your mini-me, is that voice in your head. It's that voice. It nags you. It says you can't have it all. It says, there's self-doubt. It creates the rules of how things should and shouldn't be. The ego looks for perfection and it nitpicks. Your ego is full of defenses and it's designed to protect you. As a result, unfortunately, in most cases, it sabotages you. Your ego often stares at the past, which is exactly what Benjamin was saying, and puts up walls that are almost impossible for anyone to connect with you. It gives you reasons as to why it can't happen and closes doors. Your ego tries to prove you with your worth and get prove your worth to the other person. And it is a massive roadblock. So how do you know your ego is talking? You know, it's when you're super nervous on a date, or you find yourself trying to prove yourself, or talking about, overly talking about yourself. Chances are you're letting your ego take control. If it's happening, acknowledge it. It's okay. We're all human. Take a deep breath and stop. And be aware of your unconscious mind wanting to take control. Being aware gives you so much power. It allows you to turn things around and make it about your date. Focus on connecting. So when it's your ego, it's all about you. So when you're focusing on your date, it's all about connection. And even if that date is not your ideal, it doesn't matter, because it's all about connection, and practice makes perfect. So you're probably thinking, all right, what do I mean by this? So when your ego is checked at the door, you're feeling really down to earth. You're in that moment. You feel confident. You put your walls, to the side. Everyone gets nervous, and just know that. Even your date I'm 100% guaranteed they're nervous as well. But you have to know that you don't have to sell yourself. You can be your authentic self, and people will see that beauty within you. Everyone gets nervous. Everyone needs to put their best foot forward and be resourceful. Can you imagine how many people that in the past that you've chased away doing this? I know I'll put my hand up. I've made every dating mistake out there. Luckily, I've learned, and I'm here to teach you. So, it's the first few moments of meeting someone that really makes a lasting impression and can make or break your date. And this is powerful. So I'm going to give you some tools. It's really great to write these down. Is how to control your ego. Now, when you hear your mini-me or your ego say, I want you to say, thank you. I'm here to take the time to connect with my date and be present. So how to check your ego at the door, make it all about your date. Actively listen. If they say, I've just come back from Hawaii, instead of saying, oh, me too, and shutting it down, ask them, tell me about it. What did you love about it? What was your favorite spot? Is there something else, somewhere else in the world that you'd love to go? So if you show them an interest in them, guess what? All of a sudden, they're interested in you. I've got some more comments. Can I share? It's really exciting. Daniel, I'm loving the mindfulness. Have you read Happy Yoga by Steve Ross? So much of a yogi vibe in this. Thank you. No, I haven't. I'm going to, though. I'm going to have to make my own notes. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's all about being aware, being mindful. Yes, beautiful. So everyone, did you get that? Happy Yoga by Steve Ross. I hear Daniel recommends. It's amazing. So new read. So make it all about them. When you hear your mini-me giving you self-doubt, let it go. Thank you, mini-me. I choose now to feel confident. So give it a try. So step 2 is connect with yourself and model confidence. So imagine if you could feel really comfortable in your own skin, that you felt so confident within yourself, so confident that you could express your own needs, wants, and desires without the fear of rejection. And you just knew your worth. Imagine if you accepted yourself. What do you think would happen? Imagine if you just felt comfortable in your own skin. I'd love to. What do you guys think? Yeah, definitely. I'm getting a message. Yeah, Kylie, absolutely. Yeah, you would feel accepted. You would feel more comfortable, and you'd allow connection. That's absolutely correct. the other person would follow. They would respect you. You could show them how you want to be treated, and they would treat you that same way. So people that are connected with themselves are really confident. They feel safe. They're self-assured. They know that everything's okay. There's a sense of flow. They're in that moment and they know that everything will be okay. And they're really strong on the inside, and which means they feel comfortable. They feel okay to be vulnerable. They feel okay to let someone in, because that's huge. That takes huge amounts of strength. So what is connecting with you? Big question. So you know you're connected with yourself when you feel relaxed, when you feel grounded, when you trust that everything's going to work out, when you're feeling happier, lighter, in the flow, and you just know, hey, it's all good. So how do you connect? There's some really powerful tools. The most important thing is to relax and be open. And the key to attractiveness and being irresistible is about abundant thinking. When you're relaxed and you're open to new opportunity, things happen for you. The mindset of possibilities are endless. Romance, connection comes your way. Just a minute, 1 second. I've just had some feedback. All right, so there's only one slide. There's plenty of slides. I think I'm having a technical thing. Let me have a look. I'm happy to share them with you. Can you see that? Probably not. Benjamin, can you see a different slide when I change screens? Let me just try one more thing. Ah, here we go. Yes. Let me just check. I'll be back. Are the slides okay now? I'm not getting any feedback. Anyway, let me know. I'm hoping that this is okay and you can see. Oh, no. Okay, hang on a minute. No. All right. Let me just check one more thing. All you visuals out there, I'm visual too. I like to see. Yeah, other people are having a similar issue. April, Benjamin's boom. You can see? Is that a boom? Is that a yes? No. Oh. Let me have a look. My apologies. I do have some really pretty slides for you too, because I'm very visual, so I need to see these slides. Okay, let me just try one more thing. My apologies for this. Try. Oh, you can see me. Hi, really? I should have done my hair. Oh, you can see my photo. Okay, good. It's a really nice summery day tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll tell you what, I can send you these slides. I'm more than happy to send you the slides through. And yeah, something happened, some technical. All right, let's continue on. It's all about content anyway, so is everything all good now? All right, okay. All right, where were we? Okay, we were talking about connecting with yourself. All right, so key to attractiveness is all about connecting with yourself and being irresistible. It's about abundance, as I mentioned before. Look, highlight your assets and down that are not so perfect, because tell you what, Nobody's perfect, and that's all good, and that's what makes you super special. So connect with you feel good, and invest in you. So think about what the things that you'd love to do, whether a yoga class, a gym session. Oh, thank you everyone for your flexibility. I really appreciate it too. So really appreciate it. I promise next time I'll get this technology down pat. So yoga class, gym sessions, boxing, weekend away. This will help you gain confidence. Do something that you've always wanted to do. So connection with, imagine if you felt really connected with yourself, physically, emotionally, the food that you're fueling your body with. If you're filling yourself with good, nutritious food, avoiding fatty sugars, gives you a temporary high followed by low and that, yucky, bloated feeling. So ask yourself, when was the last time you upgraded your wardrobe or your hairstyle? Imagine if you did all of this, or even 3 little things. How connected and confident would you be with yourself? How could you feel about yourself and your image, and you know how attractive would you be to the opposite sex? Think about the vibe that you would give off. It would be very ooh la la. Yes, confidence is very sexy. I've done surveys over the last 9 years. Confidence is something that comes up as #1 when it comes to attractiveness. Step 3 is make yourself feel $1 million. This is absolute gold. Entering a person's world. Imagine the outcome of making your date feel special. You know that feeling when you meet someone with charisma and charm? Think about what charisma is. What makes a person charming? So charisma isn't the same thing as confidence, but appearing confident can make you more charismatic because your confidence will put others at ease and inspire faith in your abilities. So if you see a confident person, they'll naturally make you feel good and you'll want to be around them. So even if you're not feeling confident, I always say fake it till you make it. So how do you fake it till you make it? Is you be positive. Confident people are generally positive because they love what they do. They're loving life. They never start a conversation by criticizing a place or a political figure. Instead, they focus on the things that they love. So remember, start to focus on things that you absolutely love, which will engage them. People will want to feel good around you. Speak with confidence. So speaking with confidence doesn't mean over talking or being louder than everyone else. If you say something, that's important, say it with conviction. Speak at a relaxed pace. Speak clearly. Vary your tone, your rhythm, your volume, your pitch. I don't know how many of you know this, but communication, only 7% of what you say, 7% of your words is communication. The rest, 38%, is tonality, 55% is body language. So I'll love to teach you so much more about body language as the weeks go by. You'll love it. You'll learn a lot by somebody. So to appear confident, you have to feel confident. So truly confident people love what they do. They love, they look after themselves. They give other people compliments. They focus on their strengths, minimize their weaknesses because they really don't matter. And that comes, I'd love to know some of your ideas of what you've done to make you feel like $1 million. And I've just heard from April. She said she's made herself feel $1 million by her having a Ferrari drive day today. Now that would be amazing. So I'd love to hear some of your feedback. Absolutely. Gosh, the Ferrari day. I hope you got to drive it really fast. I've also, new hairstyle, the classic things. And actually here, Jane's just said she's come back from the Golden Door health retreat. I love that place. It's amazing. It's a really amazing place that you can go by yourself, and sometimes that quiet time is all you need, or a simple walk along the beach barefoot with sand between your toes. Something I'm going to cover with you tonight, I'd love to, this is a huge topic, a huge passion of mine, and it reveals so much to you. So it's information about the 4 main personality types and relationship success. So how your personality affects relationships and how to overcome self-limitations. Now, some of you may have heard me talk about this before. I'm very passionate about the 4 main personality types, because depending on what your own personality is, will really, it's how you see the world. So versus somebody else could be a complete opposite, and you're thinking, you're on completely different pages, but the good news is you can still have an amazing relationship if you understand how to enter their world. Incredible stuff. So we all want happy relationships that are functional, that fulfill our needs. But you think, if we all want the same things, why can relationships be so difficult sometimes? Have you ever wondered why, you click with some people and not with others? Have you ever noticed that some people, they walk into a room and it lights up. They breeze through life. They're popular at school, they're popular through later life. They're liked by everyone, and they have so much variety and adventure in their life. They've always got something going on. They always seem like, everything just goes right for them. Yet some people have the most disastrous relationships. Actually, quite often in this group, you find that this person has everything going for them in life, and they have the most disastrous relationships. And that tends to be because they're driven by variety and adventure. And often, if one of these individuals doesn't have enough variety and adventure in their life, they tend to go for variety and adventure. They look for it in another person. And I'm going to share with you how you can have healthy variety and adventure. So there's also people who are always putting themselves second. They're always giving to others, making sure everyone else is comfortable, often at the expense of their own needs. But, that often means that sometimes they're walked on. Or there's that person who wants to know the detail and be quiet at first, but as you get to know them, they peel back the layers and you find an incredible individual who simply takes time to open up and trust others. Or there's the dominant person who's driven by significance. They live by the motto, it's my way or the highway. They're strong, they have really strong personalities, they're successful, and they get straight to outcome. They want results, they want them yesterday. And in unresourceful states, they can be demanding and argumentative, and they only see it their way. Do any of these I'm getting a yes, that's me, Daniel. Well, let's see if you're resourceful. So do any of these personalities resonate with you? So are you that person who loves to have fun? Are you that person who loves the detail? Are you that person who wants to win? Really strong personality, the alpha? Or are you that person that tends to do everything for everybody else and often put yourself second? Graham, we have another detail person. Yes, he loves, he's always loved to detail and tends to spend a lot of time by himself. Yeah, absolutely. That's the compliant person. I've just had some extra feedback from Daniel. Love language is a pretty big part of this as well. Yes, how we express our love in terms of acts of service, gifts, positive reinforcement. That's right. Also, there's quality time. That's a completely new topic. It's amazing stuff. So there is a book out there, The 5 Love Languages. I can't think of the author, but I definitely recommend getting out there and reading it. But I do actually share this with you, so I'll fill you in. All right, let's get down to these personality types, the personality types, and they do determine who you're most attracted to, who you get on easily and effortlessly, and who, who, I'm just laughing. I have to share this comment. Daniel says he's super resourceful, super logical, and loves to adventure and win, and he's an air traffic controller. Yeah, he's in the right career, absolutely. Alrighty. So Knowing your personality type and that of others is key to a passionate, happy, successful, easily and effortless relationship. So successful relationships is all about power, is all about knowledge, because knowledge is power. So the detailed breakdown of these 4 main personality types. I'm going to start with the person who wants to win. Definitely take notes, because this is really powerful. And I also offer an e-disc profiling system. So anyone that's interested, I've actually got a book on that I've written. It's very short. It's a book to help you clearly understand this. So yeah. Oh, April, great. She's read it. Very eye-opening. Everyone, good. Thank you. All right. So want to win. The person who wants to win in e-disc, extended disc, is called the dominant. This person's really competitive. They love challenge. They're into the facts, they're fast-paced, and they get to the point. The person loves to be in charge of several things at once and relishes environments of power and authority. They're big picture thinkers, and they delegate the details. They don't like to be told what to do, and they're not interested in another person's opinion. They can be impatient, and they're very much of a what person, you know. They're really clear on the end game. So to give you an example of this person that want to win, so if they were going, let's say, going shopping for a fridge, simple thing such as shopping for a fridge, the person who wants to win is very dominant. Detail. They're all about outcome. This person will get to the shop, they'll want to buy. It's all about quality. They want to know, is this going to give me what I want? And they'll negotiate on the price, not too hard. They're not going to shop around, and bang, they've got it. They're very, very direct. They tend to be directors, CEOs. They tend to be people who, you know, like to be in management roles, who like to manage things and people. So this particular person, if this is you, you naturally click with people who are about outcome, who get to the point, who are really competitive, just as you, just like you are. Often what I find, people with high amounts of dominant in their personality, they get really frustrated by the S energies, which are, you know, they think, gosh, your S energies are all about feeling, which I will share with you. I will share with you as we go on. So the person who wants to win is a very alpha energy, and how to get along with them is talk about the facts. Don't bore them with the details. They want to know just as much as they need to know. And seriously, never get in an argument with them because they're really strong. No, but if you do, they will actually, what I find is they'll actually respect you if you have a strong opinion and you challenge them. Yeah, so quite often in a situation where I confronted with somebody who is a dominant personality, they're really, really passionate about what their belief systems are, is validating, acknowledge them, and agree with them, and then agree to disagree, and that's the best way to connect with them. Yep, very interesting people. So okay, so then there's the person that wants to be liked. This person is charismatic. They love being around people. They're very big picture. They get really bored with detail. So this is the person I like to call the Joker archetype, or the shiny thing syndrome. They get excited about possibilities of the future. What could it mean for them? They avoid confrontation at all costs and are motivated by the importance of being liked big time. So they're big softies. They're often the people that walk into the room and they're really friendly with everyone. They tend to be wearing colourful clothes and, hi, how are you? They love being the center of attention. They're afraid of missing out on people, things, or events. So you barely find these people at home. They craved and are significantly driven by variety and connection. They have an uncanny knack of making you feel comfortable around them, and they're quick to get to heart-to-heart conversations. So this person will reveal everything about themselves. They're not the best person to share your secrets with. this person here actually is the one that gets in trouble with often quite unresourceful relationships with people who they tend to at times need fixing, or they can do crazy things. And often I had a client of mine, he looked like that guy from The Hangover with the red hair. He was quite an interesting guy. He came in and he said to me, "So Sam, why do I meet all the crazy women?" And I knew by that statement, this guy is driven by variety and adventure, and he's in an unresourceful state. So I said to him, "So tell me, what do you do for fun?" And he said, "Oh, I read books, I watch TV, and I travel." And I said to him, "Okay, so tell me more about the travel. How often do you travel?" "Oh, once or twice a year." "Okay. And the rest of the time you have fun by reading books and watching TV?" I said, "Bingo, bang, boom, there you go. That is why you're looking for fun somewhere else, because your life is so boring. What do you really want to do here? If you want to stop dating the crazy people, what is it that you really want to do?" And by the end of our session, he booked in sailing. He always wanted to go sailing, and he wanted to take up a martial art. And since then, he's never dated a crazy woman. He's actually in a nice relationship. So you have so much control if you're finding, and this is part of the 6 core needs of certainty, variety, love and connection, growth and contribution, significance. So, yeah, if you find yourself being naughty, or, starting arguments, or going out with people who are a little on the edgy side, think to yourself, all right, I'm bored. So what can I do for fun that's actually going to be really good for me? That's a big one. All right. We have the third person who wants to be comfortable. Now, this is the mother archetype, and it's also quite a mask. A lot of men have this energy as well. It's the S energy. They love stability. The person craves certainty. They love predictability. They take their time in making decisions. They're conservative types, and they stick with their relationships, hobby, and career for a long time. So this person is fantastic. If you want something for the long haul, they will stick around because they don't like change. They're extremely reliable, and they're driven by security, safety, and connection. They're outstanding at taking care of others, looking after others' needs at the expense of their own, and they thrived in slow-paced environments that are well systemized. If their environment is not organized, they will do it. So imagine if this person was at a party, you're at this party and an S energy, because they're often the ones that are offering you drinks, that are making sure you're comfortable. So if they were to organize a party, what they would do is they would make sure there's enough parking, make sure that everyone's going to be comfortable. What's the temperature like? What if it rains? They're really thinking ahead. So it's almost like they're looking after the nest. They're taking care of everyone. They'll consider if there's children, people of all ages, so they'll think of everyone's needs. The person just before the I energy, the Joker archetype, they're all about fun. So they'll be organizing the music, the venue, the vibe, the atmosphere. The first personality I spoke about, the dominant personality, they'll be outsourcing. They'll be saying, all right, great, let's organize the party. This is the date. Okay, so who's going to sort out what? So they're all about delegation, getting other people to do all that stuff because they're busy doing other things. So the person who wants to be right is the last personality type. So this person is known for their technical prowess. They're detail orientated. You'll normally find this kind of person in a career that's highly specialized, such as professors, CPAs, engineers. He's the type of person who wants to be right. It's not an egotistical fashion, but more of an analytical, factual type. So their personalities tend to be a little standoffish, they can be a little shy, and they're often misinterpreted as cold. However, they are the most loyal and loving of all individuals. The criteria for establishing trust is normally very long and detailed, but once you've broken down that wall and you've been entrusted, they will stick with you for life. So this particular person, the C energy, the compliant energy, they love detail. So if you're involved with someone who is like this, and often quite lawyers can have a blend of C and D energy. You can have a blend of a bit of a few. Normally there's two really dominant ones, and the internal and external. So somebody with this energy type, the best trust is everything, and they're going to want proof. So they're very factual. Take your time with them. They're not going to be the ones that instigate, and this is interesting, where women often, and men, they love it. Women love it when you instigate things. They want the man to take control. But sometimes in this compliant energy type, the IT guys or the engineers, sometimes they won't be the men that initiate things. They'll actually wait for the woman to take control, and that's okay. Everyone's different. So as long as you understand what you're working with, so really powerful. So women, I've often encouraged women to take charge in certain situations, and they've ended up with a happy relationship with somebody that grows comfortable with them over time, because not everyone is that strong D energy. And it's all, men and women have blends of very, very different energy types. I have a fantastic, as I mentioned before, that ebook I'm more than happy to share with you. Just let me know, and I'll make that happen for you. So there you have it, personality types. It's easy to see how the person who wants to be liked is driven by variety of adventure, and often picks up, relationships who are, emotionally unavailable, who often very challenging. And a woman who hasn't fulfilled her core need of variety and adventure, a man who hasn't fulfilled his need of variety and adventure, they'll seek it elsewhere. So that is not ideal. Or the dominant man or woman who isn't balanced correctly can drive away someone by their constant need for significance, by being super competitive. This can actually push people away as well. So it's important to have that balance. There's lots of give and take. And that's when you check in with your ego and making that person feel special. So they need to feel comfortable. Women and men who are often giving all their energy to someone else and forgetting about their own needs. This is, again, if this is you, just think about your own needs. Be really strong about what it is that you need. And the person who needs to feel right by being over analytical and intense, open up your heart. Don't be so skeptical. Add some adventure and take a risk. There are ups and downs of all the personality types. And if you're aware of your own, of your dominant personality and your blends and of others, it's really powerful. You'll know how to communicate effectively, easily, and how to enter another person's world. So there you have it. It's been wonderful. Look, if I actually do have I have a special gift for everyone tonight. If you would like a copy of that book, feel free to email me. So it's samantha@bluelabellife.com.au, and I will send you through a copy of the presentation, and I will send you through a copy of the ebook that explains the personality types. And as a bonus, because you've all been so wonderful, I'm actually offering a really incredible special offer. If you're wanting to have some really specific training in relationships, dating, attraction, learning more about the personality types and the core needs and love languages, I can offer you coaching sessions, which are normally $97 per month for this group session. Because you've been so wonderful, I'm happy to offer it for you at $19.97, but it will be a one-time only offer. So I'm going to send this out to you to give you that option, and I'd love to have you on board. And I want to thank you all so much. You've been so proactive, and it's really nice to hear from you, because I'm just talking to the screen, so it's really great to get that feedback. And if there's anything else that I can do for you and any other topics, please do send them through. I would absolutely love that. So thank you so much. Yes. So Any other questions? Feel free to send them through. Oh, hi, Angela. Great to connect with you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Pleasure. And until next time, I shall see you soon. Good night, everyone.